It's Friday morning movie reviews. This is Nathan CK.
Oh, Louis Angel.
And we're reviewing Morgan.
Morgan Freeman, the actor. Let's review him.
Instead of the movie.
It was directed by Luke Scott.
Scott.
I was thinking Tony Scott, but I'm like, Tony is Ridley Scott's brother. Luke Scott, son of Ridley Scott. Big question. Can he fight as good as the old man? That's not...
He walks the line.
That was just a reference. That was a line I liked from Creed. It's a good movie. It's a better movie. Yeah, so, son of Ridley Scott.
Right.
Did the talent come through to you?
No. But... But maybe it is the same. I mean, Ridley Scott had... definitely some failures, you know.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah.
And
oh God,
maybe,
the counselor. Ew.
God, oh God. Don't even remind me, please. But I think he might have picked up some bad habits, maybe.
You mean like being boring?
Yep, definitely. There's definitely parts where you just are lost, plot-wise.
I was never lost.
Really?
Yeah.
I was. What was going on? I didn't understand what was going on.
Well, the plot of the movie is that
it just like lost me.
And it was in the trailer, so I don't consider it a spoiler. I mean, sometimes there, but Morgan is this artificial intelligence.
Right.
Not really. She's like a baby born in the lab, but
Lab
she's
baby.
got like
she has like super
she
strength.
has science, like she's got like science in her blood or whatever. So when she's 5 years old, like Earth years, she looks like a 13,
right.
16
She looks
year
double
old.
her age.
Well, yeah, triple almost. So there's an incident with her, a very violent incident, that something she does. So the corporation that is sponsoring this sends down
one of their people,
Kate Mara, to make sure
everything's okay,
and to evaluate everyone,
right.
and evaluate Morgan. And where did you get lost in that?
Well, I mean, all that was fine, but it's just like when she was there, like it was boring. I mean, it was just.
I will say
they kept sending in people.
Everything,
and it didn't really make sense why they were there. I mean, they were there to evaluate her, of course.
Well, only Kate Mara was there.
But where did that get them to? I mean,
spoilers.
We'll say about what happened. But
do you agree with me on this? The movie was super slow and boring until the Paul Giamatti scene. After Paul Giamatti, everything got better. The movie was better after that. Do you agree? Because for me, that's how it was. It
climbed a little bit.
I thought the movie was like, it was boring. It was like...
Yeah.
I was going to say, I like this movie only because it makes me want to watch Ex Machina, which is a much better movie.
You guys watch
It
was exactly the same.
They're trying to... I mean, yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot of the same plot points. You have someone from a corporation visiting this
artificial
intelligence,
testing them out, having these conversations,
having relationship with each other
to see what's real, or
right,
if it's real,
and then see
almost Blade Runner-y.
See the creator and the person relate to each other, and then see someone else come and talk with her, give this evaluation and stuff.
And this with sci-fi, thrillery, horror-y, like Morgan. You're supposed to not know whether... Well, I'll talk about that in spoilers. I have a funny comment about I'm pretty proud of. Acting. Poor Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Morgan, is in this horrible Tin Man makeup the whole movie.
Yeah.
She just looks...
Very albino.
Yeah, very gray. But
monotone
gray. Yeah, she's just... It's not an interesting color. The whole movie visually, I mean the color palette, dull.
Right.
It was very mute. I thought she was good. Like, I mean, she was good, but if I was there, I'd be like, oh, she's lying. Like she's evil. Kate Mara was very... You couldn't really relate to her, and you figure out why, and I think, okay, well, then she gave a good performance for what the script demanded.
Right.
Everyone else, Paul Giamatti is good. When is he bad? Other than Spider-Man movies. Right?
Yeah.
Toby Jones is
Compton,
good.
He was good, right?
Yeah, he was really good. I forgot about that movie. Toby Jones plays Toby Jones. You know who he is. Like, you might not recognize the name, but if you saw the picture, like, oh, that guy. What else? What do we think? Because for me, the movie really did pick up after Paul Giamatti. Before that, the movie is slow.
I agree,
It's very tepid, if that's the word. It's boring. But, yeah, it gained some serious steam. Then I felt like, that was a studio note right there. That was a... Like, there's a fight scene in the movie.
There's a lot of fight scenes.
Yeah, but one of them that it's kind of shot in a red light. Like, because there's a car and they're fighting right behind the car. And out of nowhere, you get this 90s action movie music. It's all, like, electro and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Where did this scene come from? Who wanted that? Like, it took me out of the movie so much, it took me a while to get back into it.
Really? I didn't notice that.
No, when the lights are red and they're fighting over that thing, the music just completely jarring. What do you think of the action scenes in the movie?
The action scenes were really good. I thought they were pretty... I mean, they were perfect. I didn't have anything wrong with them.
At first, when the first time you see one, you're like, oh, it's going to be all Bourne-style-y. But unlike Bourne, you can actually tell what's going on. So I really liked that about the movie. Anything else do we want to say before spoilers?
Ratings?
Oh, directing-wise, I would be willing to see his next movie. I would be willing... Like, this was good enough for me to go, okay, you know... Morgan was not great. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe... I like that he started small.
Right.
I'll say that. I would give Morgan a 3.2 out of 5. I don't know if I would watch it again, but if you go and you make it up to the Paul Giamatti scene, if you're not completely checked out until then, you stick around and you see that scene, I do think the movie has a really good chance at winning you back. I like the turns it take later in the third act. Some of the characters just do really make stupid decisions. Like the writing, a lot of the time you're like, why would you do that? But overall, I was entertained, so 3.2 out of 5.
3.2, I'm going to go 3. And I don't know, that's just because I think it could have picked up a lot quicker. It dragged a little bit. And I mean, when you see the movie, you'll understand why. You're just gonna be there, kind of twiddling your thumbs a little bit, and then it picks up.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll be thinking about Ex Machina a lot if you're a film fan.
Right. If you've seen that movie, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they took that from that. They took that and that.
Well, I don't know if
and
they take
that.
anything from it.
Well, I mean, I think
Ex Machina came out in 2015, right?
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Definitely
it won the Oscar.
2 years ago,
no,
right?
It won the Oscar. It won Best Visual Effects at this year's Academy Awards. So that means it had to have come out last year.
Right.
So, I mean, they had been shooting this
that was a lot longer than that.
While Ex Machina already came out, so they couldn't, it was probably too
but
late to change.
A lot of same ideas, though. A
Yeah.
lot of same ideas, which is really, I mean, I guess a lot of movies have been done before in the same kind of fashion. But, I mean, there's, well, we'll just go into...
Well, spoilers,
go
we're not gonna...
There we go.
Morgan is evil, but if I had to wear a wool hoodie every day, I think I would be evil too.
And then Kate Mara, she went up this tunnel up top, right? And why didn't she do that? She has like super strength.
I hated that she had super strength. That Morgan had.
Where she like.
Yeah, or like, why does Science Blood give her? Or just she 11'd him. Stranger Things. Why does she have superpowers, right? Like, that wasn't explained. But that's why Kate Mara could fight Morgan, because they were both a part of the same program. I just got that right now.
I like that.
That's where the stabbing thing was like not as big a deal for her.
Yeah, that's right.
We make comments to each other during the movie. We've made funny comments. One of my top 5 comments I've ever said. At the end of the movie, they're fighting at that place from Cabin in the Woods when the zombies beating the hell out of that one girl.
They're in
the boardwalk in the lake thing. And Morgan thinks that she's killed Kate Mara. And Kate Mara, like, shoves her, or she hits her with the butt of a rifle a bunch of times, puts her in the river, and she goes in the river after her, and she grabs her. Like, oh, she's gonna baptize the hell out of her right now, dude, in the water. Over and it's drowning her. To me, that, in the moment, that was really fun.
About time. And it did take a while for, I mean, there was a car chase. I mean,
which,
like, why
Morgan was not going down without a fight.
Why is that guy just sitting there? I mean, take him along with you. I mean, well, then I guess you get to see that, you know, she is a superhuman too.
Well, yeah, look, that reminded. Have you seen Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Have you seen Die Hard yet?
No.
Well, it reminded me of Blade Runner. When at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, Harrison Ford's a replicant too. You know?
Yeah.
That's why you're like, oh my, Luke Scott, taken from Daddy Scott. Yeah, so that part. Go see the Florence Foster Jenkins review because Meryl Streep's on my mind. But there's a moment in The Office where Michael Scott's like, don't worry, kids. Like, Daddy's the greatest actor of all time. Daddy is Meryl Streep. And I don't know, I'm sorry. We're not good. But hit like anyways. It's not going to hurt you. Any other thoughts?
No, I mean, some, like what you said, it would be interesting to see what his next film would be. See what he takes from this.
Should name his next movie Freeman. Just so on the IMDb you see the list, the credited. Yeah.
And that's about it. I mean, stick around for the end because it will tie a lot of knots, I think.
Yeah, if you like sci-fi movies, you know. Yeah. Louis Angel.
Nathan CK.